Begin tonight in Black Forest, where disturbing new details are emerging about the death of a local fifth grader.
The parents of 11-year-old Zachary Sabin are behind bars tonight, facing murder charges after their son's autopsy. The boy died in March. The coroner's ruling, death by forced water intoxication.
So what exactly does that entail, and what's next for the boy's parents? For continuing coverage of this incredibly sad case, we hand things over to News Channel 13's Chase Golightly, who is live at the boy's former elementary school in D20. Chase.
Bart, Heather, parents of students here first learned of Zachary Sabin's death through an email sent to them in the middle of March. But not much has been said publicly about how he died. That is, until the coroner's office handed in their shocking report. We do want to warn our sensitive viewers that the details are hard to listen to.
Yeah.
This is 11-year-old Zachary Sabin opening presents with his family.
UFO?
On March 11th, Zachary was found dead in his bedroom, foaming at the mouth, blood and bodily fluids covering his bed. But it wouldn't be until 3 months later that the El Paso County Sheriff's Office had the report they needed to charge his parents with his murder. Ryan Sabin, an active duty soldier stationed at Fort Carson, and his stepmother, Tara Sabin. The coroner's office reports Zachary was covered in bruises, but that's not what led to the fifth grader's death. They say it was water intoxication from drinking too much water over a short amount of time. Both Ryan and Tara Sabin told investigators they forced Zachary to drink so much because that was the advice they'd gotten from a urologist, a doctor who was advising the family about his bedwetting problem. But ER Dr. Jennifer Vernon believes the Sabins aren't being truthful about the amount Zach was forced to drink.
That actually seems like it could even be a low amount of water. I bet it was more water than that to cause that kind of outcome.
Court documents reveal Zachary threw up multiple times after being forced to drink the water. His parents telling him to take bigger swigs instead of sipping. The child began acting out, and Ryan Sabin admitted to kicking Zachary not once, but twice, in an attempt to get him to stand up. He even sent him outside at one point, hoping the cold air would stop his tantrums. He says Zachary kept injuring himself as he thrashed about, and by the time he was sent to bed, Zachary was looking weak and despondent. It was the next morning when Ryan Sabin found his son dead and called authorities. Neighbors who know the family tell us they just can't believe something like this happened. And it's hard to believe his parents could be responsible. And you can imagine the surprise from the man who now lives in the home, a house the Sabins just recently vacated. He heard the news from us.
I did not know. It's a complete shock. If it is true, it's awful.
He met Ryan Sabin a month ago when he moved in.
He seemed very nice. He was very informative about the neighborhood. He loved all the neighbors here.
Chisari also says deputies were at his house Tuesday night asking if he had seen Tara Sabin just hours before she and her husband handed themselves in.
Ryan and Tara Sabin have been charged with first-degree murder and are now being held at the El Paso County Jail. Reporting live in Colorado Springs tonight, Chase Golightly, KRDO News Channel 13.